All right, and welcome to another special episode of Stay Tuned with Troy and Howie. And it's special because it's just Troy and Howie. So, hey, Troy, how's it going?
Good, man. Things are finally settling down a little bit in my world, but only probably to get ramped back up here in a little bit again.
Really?
Um, but yeah, I mean, well, travel season finally stopped, and
Hmm.
with this group and
With softball?
with softball, correct. And
Okay.
of course, she is aging up to the next level, and she did accept an offer with another group. So
Okay.
I don't know that I'll be part of the staff this time. In fact, I'm hoping I'm kind of not, to be honest. Not
Really?
because I don't enjoy it, but I think it would be better for her. Um,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So um, we'll see what happens. But
Hmm.
if I'm not on the staff, it'll definitely be a little bit, not as hectic for me.
A little more laid
Um,
back for you. When
yeah, a
does
little bit more laid
does
back.
that start back up in the fall?
It does. Their first team practice is actually August 30th already. So
My.
yeah, it's basically just a month off and right back at it.
Wow. That'll keep you busy, and I know you have other things that are going on, so
Yeah,
is
for
that
sure.
is that settling down as well?
I'm hoping right now the last thing on the agenda for that is the fact that we need the house to sell, which is now on the market. Um, and once that gets done, then we can kind of dot all the i's and cross all the t's and get everything else taken care of and be on our happy little merry separate ways.
It's a
So
shame we don't have a realtor that listens to the show that could actually sell that a lot quicker.
yeah, well, I mean, I'm a big fan of Martin. I love Martin, and it's
Yeah.
not that I wouldn't want him to sell my property at all, but I've been dealing with my friend Sean ever
Oh,
since
that's
I've
right.
been.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So you know what I mean. Like it's nothing against Troy. It's just the fact that he's who I've always dealt with, and
Sure. No,
I
that
just
makes sense.
I wouldn't feel right taking that business away from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And in today's world too, I mean, even though you have that realtor working for you, pretty much
Hmm.
anybody could sell it if it's on the market. So,
True. Yeah. True. But yeah, so that's kind of where I've been, and I appreciate you. Because I had to work last Monday to be at our tournament on Saturday,
mm,
I was unable to be at the last podcast when you had Tina Marie on from the
yeah.
Josie Awards. So I appreciate you holding the fort down on that, and hope everything went well with that show.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to getting out there, buddy. That's gonna be a good
I am
time.
too. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's September 19th. It's the Josie Music Awards, and I had the privilege of speaking to the creator of the Josie Music Awards, and she kind of went into detail as far as what that was about and how that came about. And oh my gosh, it is huge. And I forget if she said this on the show or not, but they had over 100,000 submissions that they had to go through. And
If I remember correctly, when I was listening back to the show,
mhm.
I think she said it just kind of started somewhere small at first, right? Am I that
Yeah,
correct? Like
yeah,
just a couple, maybe tens of people,
yeah,
and now
exactly.
what did she say it was last time? Over a couple? Was it over 1,000? Right?
Oh, easily, yeah. Over
Yeah.
1,000. The award show itself lasts for about 3.5 to 4 hours, she said.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and yeah, like I said, over 100,000 submissions. They have Vince Gill that's going to be there this
Nice,
year, I think, as a
nice.
presenter. I'm not sure. And I thought that would be kind of cool because he might be there when we're there, and we might have to pull him aside and have a chat with him.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I remember Vince Gill from my childhood. Now, about I would say right about 90, 91 is kind
Hmm.
of when I started gathering more of an appreciation for country music myself.
Okay.
Um, my grandma was a huge country music listener, and she introduced me to artists, such as Vince Gill and the
Sure.
Judds and Patty Loveless and Tanya Tucker, and, all them kind of ones going back. Winona Judd from the
Yeah.
Judds, obviously.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm excited to go out here and kind of see some of the history that we're about to see out here.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll have to see if our buddy Jay Edwards is going to be around.
That would be awesome. I'd love to catch up
Yeah.
with Jay.
Yep, exactly. Ah, you're wearing a Jay Edwards shirt. Perfect. But yeah, I mean that would be a lot of fun. And but yeah, it sounds from what I hear, we're going to be part of a round table. So
Okay.
we're going to be in quotes one of the experts for people to chat with and for us to kind of bounce our thoughts and opinions and all that good stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. I also think we're going to create a ton of connections when we're out there.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool to be able to talk to people.
Yeah,
By the
most.
way, I don't know where he's going to be at the time, but I don't know if you've seen. I shared that to our Facebook page. Brandon Wisham
Hmm.
is actually going to be performing at the Grand Ole Opry. I believe it's this month. I believe it's in August here sometime.
Nice.
Yeah, so very cool. He's actually in the midst of releasing an LP as well.
Hmm.
So I hope that he would happen to be there too. I'd love to run into Brandon out there as well.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. In fact, I think I mentioned that to Tina Marie as far as one of those artists that,
Hmm.
what the heck is going on? Why doesn't someone like him get, that recognition and whatever?
Hmm.
And I think if if we're going to be doing that roundtable, that would be one thing that I would probably express to whoever is, whoever
Hmm.
we're talking to about how important it is for you to be able to communicate not only with your fans, but just people like us in general. You want to be
Hmm.
able to communicate and I think that goes a long way with how well you do in the future.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the selling of albums, the selling of songs, the selling of singles really doesn't mean as much anymore. And
No.
that used to be such a big deal in the music industry. And now it's just so easy just to kind of create a song, get big on TikTok, and yeah, you're going to get your 2 weeks of fame. They're going to share your
Hmm.
video around, blah blah blah, and then a month goes by and nobody remembers you. So
Yeah.
it's a little harder to stick around now, I think, than it was before. Because I think back in the day, even if you had a one if you were a one hit wonder at that time, it stuck around for a good
Yeah.
bit. And sometimes that one hit was enough to give you like, record of the year or,
Oh,
that type of thing. And
without a
and
doubt.
now it's just not the same because there's so much content coming out all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, and I always wonder like where's the happy medium, because I always think of someone like Wildfire who
Hmm.
promotes constantly
For sure.
and and I wonder like, do they get to does it get to the point where people are like kind of and I'm not saying anything to badmouth them, but does it get to the point where people are kind of tired of seeing that where they kind of go the other way? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see what you're saying there because I can even do that with, you know, you could relate that to almost anything. Relate that to a
Hmm.
sports team, right?
Yeah.
Like um, people get sick when the Yankees were on fire. They got sick of seeing the Yankees on all the time and sick of seeing them win championships.
Yeah.
Well, then what happens? Then people begin to hate them because they're sick of seeing them.
Yep.
So,
That's very
think of the
true.
Patriots dynasty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, as a
So
Steelers fan, I mean, I still hear it in a way. People don't want them to win no matter what for whatever reason.
hmm
So,
yeah. So yeah, I
yeah.
mean, promotion is great and all, but in the same breath, sometimes people just get sick of seeing that promotion and then basically revolt against that promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So,
But yeah,
but
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 yeah,
these
Troy and
these
I are
bands
going to be
deserve.
What's that?
I was just saying these bands deserve recognition, though.
They do. They do. And
Yeah.
I hope they're able to get there and I'm sure forums like this Music Awards is perfect for them and
Hmm.
yeah, and just get out there and show your stuff and people like you, they will gravitate towards you and it's your part then once you get them to gravitate towards you is to keep them there and however that works, well, we'll see.
Think about when we went to go see Jay. Like,
Yeah.
think about that evening just in general. It was a fun,
Hmm.
laid back, chill evening. He was very interactive with the crowd.
Yeah.
Was it? It was a little over what, 2 hours, maybe? Is that roughly about?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I would say close to 2.5 hours. Well, it was definitely over two. I would say close to two and a
Hmm.
half hours. And that night just flew by. Good times. He talked to all the people. He took pictures with everybody, and that's you would never get something like that if you went to some big venue and
Yeah.
you're seeing whoever the big artist is at this moment in
Yeah, you're
time.
not
I'm
seeing
not
Taylor
trying to
Swift
exactly
after the concert, taking
unless
pictures
you're
and
paying $20,000 for a VIP ticket.
yeah, right. After you've
Right.
already probably paid $20,000 to sit in the front row.
Right. Exactly. Right.
So yeah, no,
Um,
exactly. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely a huge contrast for those folks that are those independent artists compared to the labeled artists and such.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think we're gonna have a great time out there, and hopefully, um, I think our plan is that we're gonna leave Friday morning. I don't know what I think our roundtable is scheduled for Saturday. If I am I
That
correct?
is correct. Saturday the
Okay,
19th.
so then maybe Friday night we'll be able to check out a venue or something like that.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah, most
walk
definitely.
around, try to find and see who's playing in the what do they call it, the Broadway, the Music Row, what do they call it?
Um, yeah, kind of. Yeah, Music Row is kind of what they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
trust me, somebody will be playing. It's just a matter of who and where, and well, it's
Hmm.
everywhere. Yeah, you're
Sure.
gonna see like 20 different venues, and every single one of them is gonna have live music going
Yeah,
on.
I'm really looking forward to that because you've been there before. I haven't, so I'm pretty
Yeah,
stoked about it.
yep, definitely. And there's a lot going on. And wait till you see we're gonna be doing our thing with Josie Music Awards in the Opryland Hotel. And
Okay.
that venue alone is going to be jaw dropping for you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got a
You
river
you've been
in
there?
the. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been there a couple
Okay.
times. There's a river in the hotel, and you can actually take boat rides
Get
on
out
it.
of here.
Yeah, it's that big. It is that big.
That's pretty crazy.
So yeah, trees, plants, flowers, you name it. It's just an amazing, amazing venue when it comes to how
Hmm.
gorgeous it is, and it's pretty much right across the parking lot from the Opryland or from Grand Ole Opry.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait to look around and kind of see what all's out there. And I don't know how close we'll be to the Titan Stadium, but I believe they're getting a new stadium too as well. I don't know if that's going to be
there,
close by or
yeah. I mean, the current stadium is. Are they moving into the new stadium this year?
I don't know if it's this year or next.
Okay. I mean, the current stadium, I mean, is you can pretty much see it from Nashville. I mean, itself. So it's
Okay.
right across the bridge. Uh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man.
yeah, it definitely will be. It definitely will be. And by the way, that Sunday the Titans are playing the Eagles.
Really?
Yeah,
In Tennessee?
in Tennessee. So,
Interesting.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be
Gonna see some
probably,
of our rowdy PA friends out there,
I
huh?
think we will. I think we're going to see some crazies out there for sure.
No, Eagles and crazies don't. That doesn't mix.
No, not at all. Not at all. Uh,
So, what I was gonna, oh, I know what I was gonna ask you. The last time we kind of went here together, we were with Eric Hess,
yes.
and we were talking about the book 56,000 Pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and that just was a really miraculous story in general. The fact that he survived,
Yeah,
the fact that he doesn't have any lasting effects from any of that, like that's I still can't wrap my head around that
I
one, man. I
know.
really can't.
I know. And trust me, he can't either. I'm sure, especially when he was talking about it, just some of the things that he was replaying about if the truck came to an abrupt stop that basically would have cut him in half. I mean, that floored me in
Yeah.
itself. There was a lot of factors that came into play that he was able to survive as a result.
Hmm.
So, yeah, he got real lucky. He got real lucky.
Did you get to chat with him at all? Did he has he heard any feedback on the podcast or anything like that?
I have not had the chance to talk to him yet, no.
Okay.
So, but
Um, if you didn't get a chance to go back and listen to that one, definitely go back and listen to it, as well as the one that just dropped with Tina Marie earlier this week.
mhm.
Um, but that was yeah, that was amazing. That was a jaw-dropping story. Is I don't really know how else to describe it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, very jaw-dropping, and I'm hoping he's really doing well with the book, and it sounds like he's doing okay because I know the local newspaper in his community picked him up as I think like a front
I did
page.
see that he posted that. Yep.
Yeah, so he's definitely getting noticed out there, and I think if and he has a he and he admits this, he has a bit of stage fright. So
Hmm.
him to do public speaking, which is probably what he would be great at because of the story he has to tell.
Hmm.
He said that's gonna be a little challenging for him.
Yeah. Which is a little odd, to think of him with stage fright when he's up there doing,
Half
Mr.
half
Universe
naked
contests and
posing,
such.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's no speaking involved with that, but
Sure.
I don't I think I'd be more nervous. Of course, I don't have the physique that he had either, but I think I'd be more nervous going up there, in a speedo versus going up there and speaking.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So,
So, but no,
but
he's
kudos to him, man. Kudos. Um, Glad you
sure.
got the chance. You gave me the chance to get to know him.
Hmm.
Seems like a really good guy, and things seem to be going well for him in life. And I hope this book takes off, and I
Hmm.
hope it can just help somebody that might be struggling and was in some sort of unfortunate situation, and they see that he pulled through this and how he was able to motivate himself, and the doctors that said just the right things to keep him motivated. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that
Yeah.
type of little stuff is huge.
I mean,
What
how
if that doctor would have
easy?
been
Yeah.
went in there and said, it's not, you're never gonna walk again, or you're
Exactly.
never gonna blah blah blah, and that moment right there with them saying like that, something he just gives up and that's it, and we don't have the tools
Especially
that we
as a
now have.
21-year-old, right?
Right? Yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Oh, speaking of 21, 22, or well, she's older than that now, but
Okay.
um I just saw a little bit of a news article by a local reporter here in Lebanon County, PA,
Hmm.
that a student who actually graduated with my oldest son, she just won, she's Miss Pennsylvania,
Really?
a Northern Lebanon Penn State grad. I believe her name is Elizabeth Voigt.
Okay.
Just yeah,
I've
she's
heard that name for some
yeah,
reason.
probably. And Del Voigt is her dad.
Okay.
I knew her dad, but or knew of her dad. But yeah, he's or she is Miss Pennsylvania. She's going to be going down to Miami for the Miss America, Miss USA pageant, whatever they call it nowadays.
Um, is this like a certain age group, or this is all ages, or
I think it's
you're
whatever,
not
like
sure?
the main event that you would see on TV for the many years. It's that.
So it's the chance to go be like Miss USA type thing?
Yeah, Miss USA, and then
Wow.
maybe even Miss Universe. Who knows?
Wow, that's impressive. Well, good
Yeah,
luck to her. She representing the area.
exactly, exactly. So, yeah,
Don't say anything about them cornbread farm girls out here.
that's right. I sent a text to Nick, my son, and I
Hmm.
told him about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know her," because I didn't know if she graduated with him or not, but I thought the
Hmm.
name sounded familiar. He's like, "Oh yeah, she and I share the same birthday, which is tomorrow." So
Nice.
yeah, so she
Okay.
even
So
has a
literally tomorrow, or literally when you were talking to him?
literally tomorrow, the 29th of
Oh,
July.
well, happy birthday to Nick and happy birthday to Liz.
Yeah,
There we go.
exactly. I know. I'm feeling old. He's going to be 26 years old, Troy.
Man, how did you have a kid when you were 10 years old?
You know, I was very mature for my age. Oh man. Yeah,
Man, these
so
kids age us, don't they?
oh, I know. You got it. And it goes quick too.
And
So,
that, yeah, and that's just it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like I'm not saying all the stress, which sometimes they do
sure.
that. That's normal as well. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just saying in general, just like time just flies and flies, and next thing you know, you're blinking, and your kids walking, and then it's
Yeah.
talking back, and it's playing sports, and it's driving, and graduating, and
Yeah,
moving
I
out,
know.
and getting a job, and it just goes, man. It just
I
next
know.
thing you know, you're like, where the hell did all that time go?
Good question. I know. I always think about that. It's like, I didn't have really parents to drive me around all the time for,
Hmm.
sports and whatnot. So I was lucky enough to
Hmm.
have a neighbor when I first signed up for Little League and all that good stuff. And he actually signed up for Little League the same time. And
Hmm.
um, yeah, and it just worked out. So, but yeah, I mean, kudos to people like yourself, Troy, for the commitment and I think that's key. I think the kids who are involved, they need that support from their parents, and sounds like you provide that. You were very much involved with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, I enjoy it personally. Like, I
Hmm.
just enjoy going there, watching the games, being part of them. It's just something I always enjoyed, even as a kid. Like, even I remember, my father being on an adult men's,
Mm.
softball team, and
Okay.
I would go and enjoy watching them play that. And there was a lot of different things that I just enjoyed being part of activities like that.
Okay.
So, I don't mean to. Um, Minimize, what you're saying there,
Hmm.
because I think it is important, and I think kids remember that stuff.
Oh, they
Um,
do. They
and and
remember
and
when
that's
they're
why
there, and they remember when they're not there.
I was going to ask you, like, did that, obviously, a little bit about, you've shared a little bit about your childhood and
Uh-huh.
your parents not really being there for you and stuff. And how did you ever get to a point where, because they weren't supporting you and being there, that you didn't want to do it anymore, or did that actually drive you more?
That drove me more. It drove me more because I didn't want to be home, you know,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
I,
good point.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like baseball was that my escape. That was, in the evening, that was my way to get away from everything that was going on in my life. People kind of looked up to me, because I played well in baseball, and
Hmm.
and it just kind of felt good that people were depending on me and rooting for me
And
and
happy to be around
and
you.
happy to be around me. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So to me, I looked at it as kind of a relief, that I'm actually able to escape the reality of what was going on and enjoy life on the ball field.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about it that way, but that
Hmm.
does make total sense that you'd want to look at that as an outlet to get away. And I don't want
Yeah.
to be home. I want to be somewhere else. And I enjoy playing this game, and I'm
Yep.
pretty good at it. So,
Oh, yeah. And
um,
even when I
and
wasn't playing, and it was summertime or springtime or whenever, if it was warm enough, I was outside throwing a tennis ball on the roof
yep,
and catching it,
and getting
uh,
yelled at.
and getting yelled at exactly, and or having a neighborhood wiffle ball game going on. We
Hmm.
did that a lot, which was a lot of fun. So
That was fun when spontaneous stuff like that would happen.
I
I was actually
know.
just talking about this last night, Howie. Like,
Hmm.
we're separated by what, about 4 or 5 years? I don't, maybe a little bit more. I don't know.
Well, I'm
But
52.
either
You're
way, you're still
40.
kind of,
Yeah.
I consider you. We're still the same generation. We're still
Yeah.
Generation X now. Granted, I barely make it, but I do make it.
Yes.
Um, I think it's December of '80, and I'm June of '80. Um, but I
Okay.
feel like that. I think that was. I don't. They call the baby boomers the greatest generation, that type of thing. But I seriously think our generation was the greatest generation, because when we were kids growing up, we didn't have all the luxuries
Hmm.
that are around today.
Right.
But in the same breath, we went, like, so we went outside, we played, we were creative, we had to use our minds.
Yeah.
We still went out and wait till the street lights came on, kind of, the
You're
way they
right.
would say that stereotype. Play in the dirt, climbing trees, building forts, all
Hmm.
that kind of fun stuff we did as kids. But technology was also right behind all that.
Yeah, it
So
was
we still
slowly
got
getting there, right?
we still got the video games, we still got the computers, and
Hmm.
then, by the time we were right at our adult lives, like, the internet came along and cell
Yeah.
phones, and so we got to enjoy all that as well. The music, I'm sorry, but if you tell me, you give me '80s to 2000, you give me
Yeah.
that 20 years of music, I'll put that up against any era of music.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, we've
Like,
seen a lot of like, I mean, think about in the 80s, we had the hair band, we
mm-hmm,
also had hard rock, with the Ozzies and
mm-hmm,
Guns N' Roses, Metallica. '90s you had the grunge. We had obviously
Hmm.
people like bands like Live and Green Day and things like that started coming
Nirvana, of
about.
course.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, who?
Nirvana, of
Oh
course.
yeah, Nirvana. I mean, and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, you make a good
And
argument.
then don't forget, that it started in the '80s with kind of um the R&B kind of transitioned into a little bit of like maybe fun hip hop type
Hmm.
of stuff. But by the time we got to the early to mid '90s, the gangster rap really kicked in,
Yeah,
and we got that era too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there
yeah.
was
Two
there
Live
was
Crew.
something for
Remember
every.
that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that 20 years, there was something for everybody in that era of music. There really was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
I mean,
in the rap world, I mean, you had the female rappers, Salt and Peppa. You had
yep.
Will Smith, who was pretty big. Yeah, I
You
mean,
had the gangster war with Tupac and Biggie.
yeah.
Um, you had NWA was in there.
Hmm.
Ice Cube was really big during that time. Of course, you had Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Right at the
Yeah,
end of the '90s is when Eminem came along.
that's
I
right.
mean, it's just it's unbelievable
Hmm.
the how much ground was gained during the 20 years of music. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah,
The Panteras, the Megadeths, the Iron Maidens, like you said, the hair bands in there were so big.
they were.
Poison and Warrant and Guns N' Roses, and I mean Guns N' Roses kind of hair band, kind of not. They kind of fit
Yeah.
both there. But Great White. I mean, it was endless. It was endless.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Hey,
I'll
don't forget the music videos. How great were they? To have
yes,
MTV,
yes, yes.
when I was a kid, I would sit in front of that TV all night long just watching MTV music videos over and over. And it's like
Yep.
people don't realize how fun that was. And also
The
as
the new
kids,
way.
yeah.
God.
Oh, I was just gonna say also too, when we were kids, I mean, we actually had for those of you who are younger, we had places, they were buildings and they were called malls. And,
Yep.
and you could actually go there and buy things. In
Yep.
fact, that was the only time and the only place that you could go to buy something, that you wanted, whether it was your favorite record or cassette, or really clothing, anything. You had to go to a
Yeah.
brick and mortar store, and
Yep.
I think that was kind of fun. It was
And
just.
that's a good point too, because I didn't even think about that as I was talking about this generation, but that's a good point. Like
Mhm.
now people just say, this is what I went online, and they basically send them the link, and then there's no
Yeah,
thought into that gift or anything like that. Whereas back in our time, like say this is something I want, you had to go and search for that darn thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you had to find it, and
I
then the effort was definitely more. I don't know if that necessarily means that it means more,
Yeah.
but it kind of feels like it did because it was definitely a lot harder to do than just going out
Mhm.
and oh well, I can't find it. I'm just going to get you not even a gift card back then. It would have been a gift certificate. Like
I know. I know. I was
so
also
I don't
too.
know. It's
I was even looking too. This was also from the '90s, like going to a sporting event. Like for
hmm
example, in the '90s, I got to watch Francisco Cordova and Ricardo Rincon pitch a no
hmm
hitter at Three Rivers
yep.
Stadium. If I did that today, or if that happened today, you know what kind of proof I would have to show that I was there? I wouldn't.
A ticket stub.
Not no, they don't do ticket stubs anymore. It's all you order
No, no,
everything
no. I'm saying
online.
back then. I'm saying back
Yeah, oh
then.
yeah, back then,
Yeah.
and I had the ticket stub, it's like I can show you that, hey, look, I was there. And and
I guess now you could screenshot it and you'd have a picture of it.
yeah, kind of. Um
Yeah.
but even a screenshot
But
isn't really much of anything.
I mean, you just set me down another tangent there. Like, what about this? Like, we've seen Nolan Ryan with consecutive
Oh,
games played in the '90s. We've
and all
seen
the
we've
no-hitters.
seen the yeah, and the um I'm sorry, Cal Ripken Jr. That's what
Yeah.
consecutive games played. That's what I'm talking about. The home run chase. with the
Mm-hmm.
steroid boys and Sosa
Sosa and
and
McGuire.
McGuire. I
Yeah.
mean, that was crazy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Howie, I'm telling you, man, I'll stand on a hill and I'll say 80. Well, I mean, I don't. What year were you born? 75, 74,
74.
74. So I would say anywhere, you grew up basically in the 80s because you probably
Mm-hmm.
don't remember much before 80-ish. And
Right.
I probably don't really remember much before 85-ish, but I'm saying like 80 to 2000. You put that 20 years up against any other 20-year span.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I think it's tops. I think it
Yeah.
tops everything.
Yeah, you make a good argument. Obviously, the older generation that fought in World War II, um, they have
Respect that.
they
Respect that.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah, they have a
saying,
good
yeah,
argument too. As far as their generation, as far as how brave and what they were willing to sacrifice to,
of course.
give
Of
us the life
course.
that we have. Um, so, but yeah, I mean, the
But
things
think
that we
about
experience.
when technology came along for them, they
Hmm.
were much older and kind of out of it by then. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like not really, they didn't get the video game generation like we did. They
that's
didn't.
for sure.
And I'm not taking away, honestly, I'm not saying that, the ones that went to war and sacrificed,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to diminish that. But what I'm just trying to say is, take take that piece of it out because I think that's another reason why they were labeled the greatest generation because there's so many
Hmm.
people willing to sacrifice their lives to go to war. And
Yeah.
again, I respect the hell out of that. I'm not trying to say I don't,
Just the
but
things that
just
we
taking
experienced, basically,
exactly right, yeah,
during
the
our
experiences of
generation.
life during that. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Exactly. Yeah, because I remember in college, in 1993, um, I remember internet was actually just coming out, and
mhm.
we didn't have access to it in the dorms, but we had to go to the library of the college to access anything online. And back then, there wasn't much of anything online as far as,
Hmm.
things to access. So I didn't even use
Yeah.
it, to be honest with you.
What was it? Remember Axe Jeeves or whatever that was back in
Yeah,
the day?
Ask Jeeves. I don't even think that was out yet.
Oh
So
man,
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
remember when my dad first got internet. I don't
Hmm.
I don't even know how it worked. It was some sort of dial-up contraption. It was
Yeah, it made
Prodigy.
that
Remember
nasty
Prodigy?
noise.
Yeah. So he would have to put this disc in his disc ROM, and then it
Yes.
would dial this thing up, and it was so weird. It was
Yeah,
so weird.
I know. I remember I had a Commodore 64
We had
computer.
one.
Okay. And
Hmm.
I can still remember to this day to load up a game, you put the floppy disk in and you would hit
A
and you would type,
literal, a
yeah,
literal floppy
literally,
disk.
yeah. And then you
Yeah.
would type in load quotation star quotation comma 8 comma 1, I think it was, if I remember correctly.
I mean,
And
you could be. I don't remember all those details, but
yeah, and that would load the game up, and it would take forever to get there. And then once you got there, it's like,
hmm
oh, this is fun. And then
and it was literally just like blocks
yeah,
moving.
pretty much, pretty much. And
We were playing like a tank game, and it just looked like a bunch of
yeah,
squares moving around.
exactly. But we did have Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which is probably one of the greatest video
On
games.
Commodore
No, no,
64?
no, not on Commodore, but I'm thinking
Oh,
like
oh, oh, oh,
Nintendo in general. When Nintendo first came out with their system, because that's what I had at the college dorms.
hmm
We had the
The
Nintendo
regular
game.
NES.
Yep. And we would play Mike Tyson. We also had hockey, and we would actually have hockey tournaments on our dorm floor.
NHL 94 was notorious for that.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Yeah,
remember NHL 94?
I
That was the
do.
one
I
where
do.
you'd you'd be able to check the dude, and if you hit him just right, like there'd
Hmm.
be like blood gushing out of his
Yeah,
head and
yeah,
stuff. And
yeah. I think the one I played, it was like all the different countries against each other. So
oh,
and then you can get into fights. So if you hit them just right, then it turns into an all-out brawl where everybody's swinging on each other.
was that the one that was literally called ice hockey?
I think it was.
And you could like pick your character. There was like a normal average one,
Yeah,
and
like the big
he was
fat
kind of
one.
fast and strong. But then
Yep.
there was a fat one that was strong, and then there was a really skinny one that would
Yeah.
get knocked over right away, but he was super fast.
Yep.
I know exactly the game you're talking
Okay.
about. Yep.
Yeah. The super skinny one was the Wayne Gretzky of the hockey
Yeah.
players. He had all the
Yeah,
skill.
he was really really fast, but if you bumped him, he'd fall over right away.
Yeah, and the big one was
Yeah,
kind of the enforcer, you know.
correct.
He's the
Yep.
one you don't want to hit at all because he'll beat you up. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it was.
meanwhile, he'd be, a third of the way down the ice while the other guy was full length. So
That's right. That's right.
you
But yeah,
had to keep him on the defensive side, I think.
yeah. But yeah, those days were fun, man. We had I enjoyed, doing things like that. And then obviously, during college I had baseball, and if I wasn't practicing and or going to a game, we would be in the dorms just playing video games.
Hmm. For sure, yeah.
So,
Um, I mean, of course, the Madden franchise got really big during that time too.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll stand on that hill, Howie. I'll say,
Mhm.
give me give me 80 to 2000 as the greatest 20 years,
Yeah.
and I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, I can't argue that. I can't argue that you just brought back a lot of good memories for me when we started talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
for sure. We can kind of stop reminiscing here for a minute, and guess we have a couple guests that we're lining up,
Mhm.
and hoping everything goes smoothly here. I'll let you kind of discuss those for a minute, and then I'll pop in as you do, because you kind of set
Okay.
those up and you know a little bit more about their backgrounds than I do.
Yeah, no problem. In fact, I just got confirmation today, which is July 28th as we speak, that Kristen Glosson, or I'm sorry, Kristen Clausen with a C, is coming to chat with us on Tuesday, I believe, August 4th.
Hmm.
And she's a real interesting person. I met her. I was out in Ohio at a birthday party, a 90th birthday party, by the way, and
Nice.
and she sat at my table, and we just got to talking about what we do for a living and everything, and she took a lot of interest in what I was doing, and then she started talking about, she had this software company and she ended up selling it, and I just kind of blew it off, okay, you sold it, I'm like, so what are you doing now? And she's like, well, and then she started talking about some of her other business ventures, and later she mentioned that she ended up selling her business, and she had like
Hmm.
93 bidders that wanted to buy her business, and she ended up settling. And I say settling in quotes, but she settled for I think $67 million, if I remember that
Oh, what a
number
shame.
correctly. Yeah, and she even mentioned to me, she's like, I probably should have held out for more, and I'm like, okay. Um, I'm
I
thinking,
mean, I, I'm excited to hear her story here, and I'm
yeah,
excited to hear a little bit more about the software that she developed. That's
hmm
pretty cool. That kind of stuff always boggles my mind, because I that's out of my realm of thinking of how to do that type of stuff.
yeah,
And for people to come up with things like that,
I know, I
I
know.
respect that, because I could never do it.
Yeah, and she's currently in the middle of developing something else I'm not allowed to talk about, by the way.
Sure.
But it seems like it's going to be a pretty big deal. But she has a lot of knowledge, obviously, in software development. She has a lot of knowledge in
Hmm.
the medical field. So I didn't really dive into what she does or how she has all that knowledge in medical, but that'll be something we can talk to her about. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to talking to her because she's she's a very down to earth person who basically she just wants to help people.
Hmm.
And she even mentioned, she's like, hey, I would like to, talk more about what you guys are doing, and and see if there's anything out there that we can help with, and whatever. And it's like, wow, that's awesome. I would love to have that conversation with you. So, but yeah, she'll be coming on board Tuesday. She seems like a very, very sweet and nice person, and
Yeah.
I think it'll be a fun chat.
Looking forward to the chat with Christine, and then the other one, I believe is maybe August
Amber
22nd or
Nadine.
something, or
August, I want to say the 14th, whatever that Wednesday is.
15th. Or no, I'm sorry, the 12th or the 19th, one or the other.
But you know what? It might be the 12th. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So,
So, and that's Amber Nadine.
Amber Nadine, yes. And she's a independent music artist, and She was actually, I think it was last year or the year before, she was nominated at the Josie Music Awards.
Hmm.
You know, and I know she had previously canceled for personal reasons, but she's available for that day, and yeah, we're gonna definitely look forward to chatting with her about her music. And I think she's from the Pennsylvania area or Central PA area
Really?
too. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think so.
Now, this is one of Barry's clients?
No,
No.
no, this is
Okay, how
somebody.
did we get linked up with her then?
I reached out to her a while
Okay.
ago, and I saw her. I think it was on Instagram, and I just sent a message out to her, and she responded, and said she would love to come on, and she's looking forward to it, and I think she'll be a lot of fun to chat with too.
Do you know if she was with Chase at all?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know.
I'm gonna
Like if
look
you're
into that just
looking
because
her up,
I
yeah,
wanna
if you're looking her up, it's Amber Nadine Music is usually is seems to be her tagline.
okay, okay, I'm gonna look that up because I'd like to just if she was on there, I don't want to kind of rehash a lot of the same questions if some were brought up there. So
Sure,
um yeah, so I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, so Amber Nadine and then so wow, we got a busy couple weeks coming up here then.
we do, and yeah, and again, it's a variety of people. I'm looking forward to speaking with an entrepreneur and also obviously the music talent, and that'll kind of get us
Hmm.
revved up coming up for the Josie Music Awards. Because let's face it, we're gonna get a lot of material from that day. We're gonna be doing a lot
I
of
would imagine so. I would
recording.
imagine.
Mhm.
I would imagine we're gonna have a. You're gonna bring the mic, set it up, and we'll record out there as we're talking with people. And I don't know, probably have to mesh some of it up because I'm sure it's not all gonna be, a nice sit down talk, and I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of different collaborations and hey, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here type of thing.
Yep, I'll have to bring our Wi-Fi with us, and we'll get that all connected, and maybe even do some Facebook lives and
That's a
whatnot.
good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a real good idea actually. As we're talking with people, do some Facebook lives, and then that way, we can do it right on the spot and talk with some of them artists out there. Um, I want to look up the guest list out there. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's posted yet or not for the Josie Awards.
I believe it is.
Okay,
Well, the latest
you said about
one,
Vince McGill.
yeah, Vince Gill. He was the latest addition, and I think Paisley, something Paisley. She's a really young girl from this area, believe it or not. Um,
What is going on here?
yeah, I know. She's going to be performing live there during
Um,
the show.
let's. I'm just trying to pull it up here
Yeah,
as we're talking here. So Josie Awards, 2026 performers. Here we go. Take a look. We got Vince Gill.
yeah,
We got Tony Orlando,
yeah. Oh, that's right. I
and here
forgot
we
about.
go. Paisley Grace.
There we go. Yeah.
Paisley Grace. So they will be performing at the Josie Awards when we are out there. And
Hmm.
I mean, I don't. Did she say how many different award categories they have, or
She didn't mention because there was just so many to mention.
sure?
So no, she didn't mention them all.
Um, oh, 2026 nominees. Here's some nominees, and oh, it doesn't. Oh, here we go. Trying to go through this list here real quick and see if we have anybody uh, that might have been on the show that we've
But yeah, I
chatted with. That would be pretty cool.
was gonna say I know in the
Um,
past we had Jess Zimmerman band. I think that she was
yep,
part of the Josie
yep,
Awards.
they were definitely on there. Which
Wildfire.
congratulations to Jess Zimmerman, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, she just had a child, huh?
That's right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, Jess Zimmerman, Wildfire won
That's right.
years
That's
ago.
right.
Um,
Um,
I want to
let's see.
say, oh, Taylor Marie.
Taylor Marie Wagner.
I believe she won it before.
What was the girl? Something about a cell phone song. You remember that?
Yeah, vaguely. Was that Crystal King?
No, but she's actually nominated for Artist of the Year on here.
Was she? Okay, good for her. And by the
Yes.
way, she is a DJ for Margaritaville on Sirius XM.
Oh, that's right. I remember her talking about that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't remember who that was, but I remember something. Oh, it was it Sarah Harrelson?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
That she was the
I
one.
think
She's
she
the
was
one. She's
nominated for
the
stuff.
girl that was in her music video.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, maybe you're gonna get people asking for your autograph when we get out there, Howie.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I'm just
I
gonna.
seen you. I seen you in Sarah's music video.
Yeah. Yep. And oh, by the way, I think.
Oh, don't worry, I get it all the time. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. I will say when I was out in Ohio and talking to Kristen and she loves to listen to podcasts and stuff like that.
Hmm.
She even if I remember correctly, she even said that, "Oh, I have you on my playlist." I'm like, "Good to hear."
That is great to hear.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm wondering if like Jeremy Rowe was ever nominated,
I don't know. I don't know. That's a
and
good question.
who was
Oh, Seth Reed, I believe, wasn't he?
Seth Reed. Seth Reed. Yep, that's another one I was thinking of for
Mhm.
sure. And who was the other guy that was with Seth? They were there was three of them. They were all kind of together.
They were from that Texas
Um,
guy promoter.
yes, yes. Um, he was kind of a stockier,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Didn't he say he used to play football or something like
Well, that
that? And
was yeah. You're right. Yeah, Seth Reed was the Navy guy, if I remember correctly. He was in the
Seth Reed
military.
was like six
Tall.
eight or something. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
super tall.
yeah. I
Uh,
forget the other guy's name, but yeah, I think he played like
man,
D1
doesn't that
football.
just take us? Yeah, I mean, doesn't that just like we're so far into this, Howie, that we literally can't remember some of the people that we talked to anymore.
No, I know, because I was
It's
thinking
crazy.
there's one girl that we interviewed when she was a girl, and I just
Hmm.
saw like a clip, and I wish I can remember her name now, but I just saw a clip of her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's like 18 years old now. And like I think
Well, Wildfire too, though.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, Wildfire's same deal. But I'm just thinking, wow, this
Yeah,
girl we interviewed when she was like 12,
man,
and now
I
she's
do remember that. What was her
yeah,
name? She was very quiet. I
she
remember her being
was.
very quiet.
Yep.
Um, but I think she was on like one of the big shows, right? Wasn't she on
Hmm.
like I don't think it was AGT, but it might have been one of those singing shows.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
American Idol she would have been too young to do it. But
Probably.
yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe
I don't remember. I'm
maybe
gonna have to look back through the archives and see who that was now that got my
yeah.
mind going here.
I know. That's one of these things that
But
I was thinking about doing in the near future is just going through the last 6 years as far as who we've talked to and maybe listen to another show to hear them talk and
to hear how far we've come as well.
all you gotta do
My
is
God,
listen to episode one.
I remember our when we're kind of going around just doing our own little thing for a while, and we'd have some guests on that
Hmm.
we knew personally. Troy
Yeah.
Martin,
Yeah.
my uncle Paul. We had
We had Dan Hess for
gosh,
the Blue Eyed Six.
Dan Hess, which is still one of my favorite episodes to be
I
honest with you, because
agree.
I
That
love those stories.
that and the author for was it Reber? Peggy Reber?
Peggy Reber, Michelle Gooden.
Yeah, Michelle Gooden. I like that one too a lot.
Hmm.
So,
That kind of stuff really is fascinating, you
hmm
know.
in fact, when people tell me like they love to listen to like the murder mystery podcast, I said, you know what?
Hmm.
You ought to listen to this episode or that episode. I said, I think you might
Hmm.
enjoy them because we dive in a little bit of that stuff too.
We had Andy. Andy was on.
Yeah.
Charles Stope was on. I mean,
Hmm.
just a lot of my uncle Paul was on.
Yeah, your
Uh,
Uncle Paul is a freaking hero.
I mean, Franz with
Franz.
suing Putin. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just crazy to think, our catalog of people that we've talked to is
Hmm.
just, and then we get to people like Flat Earth Dave, you know.
Yeah. Flat Earth Dave and the Cartnarks.
Carton Arcs, yes,
Yeah.
another great one
That was a good one. Yeah, Flat Earth
for
Dave,
sure.
by
I
the way,
mean,
is still both parts, part one and part two, are our top two podcasts of all time.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, does that say much for Flat Earth Dave, or does that say much for Flat Earth supporters, or does that say people like,
I'm scared
what
to
is this
find that
crazy
out.
lunatic? Yeah, what is this crazy lunatic going to say now? Like
Yeah,
that.
right.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I
he
mean,
does have a following, whether people think he's crazy or not.
for sure. And I was listening to the Gracious Two today with Chad Gracie
Hmm.
and John Rotolo,
I was
and they
listening to a little bit of
had
that
brought
as
up
well.
a video on Instagram of the space landing, but it was like super clear,
Oh,
like
yeah.
more clear than I would have ever imagined. Like you could read the letters on the guy's spacesuit and everything like that.
Wow.
And it just had me thinking, like, when I see stuff like that, it feels like they're trying too hard to convince you of something, you know?
Hmm. Well, think about
And
this
then
too.
that's what makes me skeptical then.
Yeah, and I think you have every right to be skeptical of that because think about how that was filmed. Where they had that was filmed from a distance where you can see the module and you can see um the people walking on the moon and everything. How
Hmm.
did that camera get to where it was?
That's a great question.
You know?
Let me see. Um, I'm gonna try to look it up
We're gonna
and
get
play
hate
it.
mail now.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
know. I like it actually.
Um, yeah. Let me see if I can find this. Um, um, space footage of moon landing. Here we go. Let's see if we can find this, Howie. I mean, I know this is exciting, you know,
Mm-hmm.
audio here right
It's
now.
all good.
But I don't even care. Um, so this was 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
It is popping me onto Facebook here right now. So let me pull back over here and share this. Okay, did that pop up for us?
It's popping up.
Okay, so here, I mean, look how clear this is, Howie.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive. What I like to do is try to look into the reflection and where's the camera?
Good point. What are they wearing? GoPros?
Yeah. Yeah, right?
I mean, that just
I
that
mean, you can see a
that
big camera on
boggles
their
my
chest.
mind.
There's the camera on their
I mean,
chest.
look at this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what to make of this.
I think
I
it can
really
go one
don't.
of two ways. It can go one of two ways. One is this is completely fake, or two, they had technology that we were never aware of that early. I don't know.
It just doesn't seem real to me. It really does not seem real to me.
No.
And this thing right here, this boggles my mind.
Yeah. Where
I've
was
made
that?
better things
Where
out
was
of an
that?
erector set than this.
But you know what though? Where did they get that from?
Yeah, how did it get there?
Where was it connected to?
What is that little thing out there?
Right.
What are they driving to?
I mean, did they? I think they're in the Mojave Desert.
I
I
mean
don't know.
this just I don't know, man. It has me boggled. It has me totally boggled.
Hmm.
The more I look at it, the more it
Yeah,
looks
I will
fake.
say I was at
And
NASA a few years ago, and I got to see that machine, by the way, in
okay,
person.
the moon rover.
And I don't, yeah, the moon rover. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even know how it survived when looking at it in person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you heard me when I said that, but like, I literally feel like I've made stuff out of Legos better than that.
Yeah, the erector set.
Yeah, like look at that thing.
I know.
Like,
I know.
okay, and then the other thing is, if there's no gravity, what's keeping that on the ground?
That's true. I mean, the argument could be they weighted it down, but then again, how did they
But there's
even
no
get
weight in
that?
space, right?
No. Well, there is because if there wasn't any gravity, the astronauts would have floated away.
True.
There is some gravity
True.
on the moon's surface.
I
Not a
don't know.
lot.
It
Not as
just
much as Earth, obviously.
I don't know, man. I'm just it's hard for me to buy. It's really
Yeah.
hard for me to buy.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has everybody has a good argument both ways. I mean, when it comes to the skepticism of things like that.
You don't want to think that you're being lied to, but let's look at some of the stuff we've been lied to about
Look at
recently. Come
today's
on.
world. Yeah, I mean, what's going on now with all the things that people are lying to us about. I mean,
Yeah.
with COVID and all the other things that, the government lied to us about. I
Hmm.
mean, I'll be honest with you. I swear that there are things that are being intentionally put into our foods to kind of eliminate some
Oh,
of the population,
for sure. For
Um,
sure.
I think
Well,
of the
that's another,
red
and I don't know if
dye.
you, yep, which is now trying to be eliminated as well.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean,
But
I
no, so
won't
that's
eat Doritos or Fruit Loops anymore because of that. I mean,
well, they have the naked ones now though without the dye.
okay, well that's good to know
So
because I do like
mhm,
Doritos.
yeah. So another thing they were talking about in their gracious too, which I thought was pretty cool too, was do you listen to Rogan at all or
I
no?
do.
Okay. Did you hear when he had Elon on? Might have been the last time that Elon was on. They were talking about a universal high income type. With AI taking over, people wouldn't need the jobs anymore. There'd be like a universal high income. People can spend the money however they seem, to want to spend it.
Hmm.
Um, but then my question is like, as all this is happening and AI is taking over, and it's making people's lives better if it's used for the right purpose, of course, and making people healthier and maybe doing better surgeries and maybe finding cures for stuff. What what prevents the Earth from being overpopulated? Like, are people literally going to have like an expiration date? And you can't live past 90, and that's it. You gotta. But I
Um,
mean, I'm serious though.
yeah.
Like, like,
Well, think
I,
of how China runs things. If they can't have more than one female in a family or something like that.
yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I
It,
mean,
it just, I don't know. Like, I feel like there could be so many more advancements in medicine and even other things, but they don't want there to be
no.
because number one, it's a moneymaker,
Yeah.
and number two, the Earth would literally get overpopulated.
Hmm.
Like it just would.
Yeah, because if I had to take a guess out there, I'd be willing to bet that somebody cured cancer.
I would I would almost bank on it. Think about how much money has been donated to cancer research
Hmm. Yeah.
since I was a kid,
Yeah,
and I'm
right?
sure it was even before then.
Without a doubt.
And to tell me that all this money that's being funded for cancer research and there's not a cure by now, 40 years later in
Yeah.
my lifetime and probably more,
Yeah, without a doubt.
but we went on the moon, like supposedly, like
The moon thing, in
I
my
don't know.
opinion, that was all about the Cold War. We were in competition with Russia, and we wanted to make sure, even if we faked it, we wanted to let them know that, hey, we beat you at this.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, it was, but I mean, my point is like how quickly technology progresses
yeah.
and things are found and experiments are made and medicines are created. And to tell me, in my 46 years of life, of all this cancer research that they haven't yet found a way to cure it,
Right.
I don't quite believe. I really don't.
No, I agree. I agree. There's so much advances. I mean, even think about it before our time, there was a guy who basically invented cars to be fueled by water. and I
I
wish I
remember
could.
hearing about that actually. Now
Yeah,
that you say that,
and the creator of that vehicle mysteriously died.
of course,
You know, so you know there are a lot of people out there that probably came up with some amazing inventions, but they are no longer around to talk about it because if they were, then that would put a huge hurt on whatever industry that they affected.
for sure.
So
I
yeah,
mean, I don't know, how we got down this little rabbit hole per se, but
because we always do. That's how.
we do.
Hmm.
But I like talking about this type of stuff because I think a lot of people either
Hmm.
don't want to look into it, are naive about it, or just plain, you know, believe
Yeah.
everything that they're told, you know.
Yeah.
And I think people need to be able to open up their minds and do a little research on their own, get different opinions, and don't just do what Newsmax tells you, or don't just do what CNN tells you, or don't just do what Fox News tells you. And I mean, all these news outlets that are around, they're all advertised and paid for by sponsors that want to get their agendas out there.
Yeah.
So you have to take stuff like that into consideration, you know. And I know it's just it's frustrating because I feel like we're not robots, but I feel like we're turning into robots.
Yeah. Well, we're soon going to be overrun by robots. I mean, let's face it.
True, true.
Terminator is going to become fruition at some point in time.
It
So,
really feels that way. It really
well, think
feels that.
about it. I mean, there are robots now that are made to literally be your mate if you want,
Yep, yep.
So yeah, it's just a matter of time where people will not have any socialization skills. We will be the last
Right.
generation that will
Yep.
be able to socialize with each other because nobody knows how to anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's a scary thought.
Hmm.
You know, all the cyber schools and the people working from home, and AI is going to take over a bunch of those jobs. And just, yeah, you're right. Like people are just not going to know how to interact with each other, and
No.
that's a crazy thought.
Hmm. That was the one thing I really wanted to instill with my kids. I really let them know how important it is to be able to communicate,
Hmm.
and I feel like they have done a good job with that because I told them like your ability to communicate is going to put you above and beyond your
Yeah,
generation. And
absolutely.
so and they're seeing that now.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know how we got down this path, but I'm kind of glad we did because
Yeah.
it's fun to talk about, and I just want people to open their eyes and not be naive about stuff and do a little research and
Hmm.
think about things. Don't just believe, that, you know, what you're being told is the absolute truth. Do a little
You got
research.
it. You got it.
But let's rewind here again a second here. As we're wrapping up, I just want to say, thanks again to Tina Marie from the Josie Awards for coming on with Howie last week. I really appreciate that. The week before, we had Eric Hess with 56,000 pounds. Go check that story out. That was awesome to hear. And then coming up, help me out here. We got Christine
Well,
Klauser,
Kristen
Kristen
Clausen,
Clausen, okay, and
and
then Amber Nadine.
you got it.
Amber Nadine. So let's be on the lookout for those coming up here soon. Um, appreciate all our listeners. Appreciate the people that have been supporting us since day one. Um, I mean, it's crazy. Over 6 years now,
I know.
and we didn't even touch on the fact that the place where we had a couple of our anniversary shows had a fire recently. So,
I didn't
um,
know that actually.
oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't necessarily that section, but over where the bike store and the creperie kind of was over there.
Okay.
There was a fire over there, and now they are shut down indefinitely until
Wow.
I don't know if they're going to rebuild or what they're going to do. I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's too bad.
but yeah, I mean, it's just you know
Yeah.
6 years, man.
Yeah.
6 years.
I
We've come
know.
a long way. It's
I
crazy.
know.
So,
We've built some pretty good relationships. I think
mhm.
we lost one relationship during that COVID era,
Yeah, yeah,
but overall, I'm happy with the friends that we created over the years and
I don't
continue to
think that
create.
I think the people that we've befriended and the people that we've lost during that, I don't think anything that we did there was an intentional
No.
stab at people. I think it's just some people don't know how to be friends with somebody that might have a different viewpoint or belief than they
Hmm.
have. And I really think that's what it is.
Yeah, which is kind of weird when you think about it,
Yeah, yeah. So
especially that
just keep your
person.
mind open. I mean, everybody, we're all, going through stuff. Everybody's, we're all in this together in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So be friendly. You may not believe with what somebody believes, politically, medically, whatever that avenue is. You may not believe in it, but just know that they're going through stuff too, and they might just
yeah,
need somebody to say hi to them or somebody just to, talk to them for 5 seconds or just acknowledge them. Even just acknowledging somebody,
yeah,
walking down the
exactly.
street, somebody you don't even know, just say hi. You know what I mean? Like that,
Hmm.
that can make somebody's day turn that quickly.
Well, I mean, just like our next guest coming up, she's coming on board because I said hello.
Hmm.
She said
Yeah,
hello back, and then we started talking about what's going on in your life and my life, and
yeah,
like, hey, this sounds like an interesting guest, you
yeah.
know? So yeah, I
You could
mean,
have sat there across from the table from her and not said a word, and would
exactly.
have never known anything about her.
Yeah,
And now
and
next week we'll get to learn more about her.
yeah, now I'll find out that I'm in her will, who knows? Just kidding, Kirsten. Unless you really want to, then I'm
So,
not. So,
but yeah, looking forward to hearing her
yeah.
story and her software development and what she's willing to share about her latest venture.
Hmm.
And we'll see where we go from here. But again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Check out our last episodes. Check out Tina Marie, and be on the lookout for us in Nashville, September 19th,
Yeah.
when we go out there for the Josie Awards.
Yes, indeed. So, hey guys, until next time, let's stay tuned.